Hey guys, D1sco here, and today I'm right into the design preview, the Skill Merchant Part 2. Quick little shout out to Orange, he's the one who even told me about this. Also, shout out to Orange, he's uploaded a video of this already. It did not perform very well, so if you watched it, please watch his video as well. I would, he would really appreciate that. But he's the one who told me this. I have not watched his video yet on account of I was gonna do a video of it. I was gonna do a reaction to it of my own. I just never got around to it yet because I've been incredibly busy. But let's see what we got here. Welcome back to another edition of the Skull Merchant Design Preview. As we mentioned in our most recent stat update, we received a great deal of valuable feedback from you on our initial rework proposal. Today we're excited to share an evolution of this rework. This places a considerable focus on Skill Merchant's role as a high-tech hunter, a modern slasher, if you will, who uses the tools at her disposal to generate a network of information as she keeps tabs on her prey, weakens them, and then goes in for the kill when the time is right. Let's just dive into the specific changes. I just want to say that this is a killer that desperately needed the changes because the way that they had her was really fun and all when they first released her, not, but she could regen super well, so matches became super boring. This killer, from my understanding, this killer is a really big reason why certain things even got added to the game in the first place to limit matches and stuff. Just because it's just because it's so just because trying to think of how it works. Just because she was in such a difficult spot where where she wasn't the best killer in terms of getting kills, but she could drag stuff out forever, and it was just really annoying. But let's see what's changed, shall we? So what's changed? I am aware there's some pictures. When I was filming yesterday's video, before I started filming it, my computer kept trying to make me look at some of this one. It kept, for some reason, pushing it up. I don't know why, but we'll get to those. What's changed? We've removed the killer aura reveal when hacking a drone. That's interesting. I'm curious what the reward is going to be then for doing them, because this just says that they removed it, and that makes me think that there might not be a so that kind of makes me wonder what the rewards. I guess it's fair that you don't see the killer's aura from that, but it's I feel like you gotta give some reward to it. Just because you can only do so much with it. If that, you know what I mean? You can only do, because then it's kind of what's the point of even hacking the drone? The global detection power detects survivors who are running or walking, keeping this consistent with how drones detect players. Fair enough. Interesting. So basically, you have to stop moving for, I think that's the red light, green light thing. I could be wrong, though. Stealth drone scan lines are now visible, but will not extend entirely down to the ground, providing a visual indicator for survivors to crouch walk as a counter action. Interesting. So interesting, because before they said that the scale lines wouldn't be visible outside of a very small radius. Interesting that they're reverting that change, so they're visible again, but they're not going to extend to the ground anymore. I guess they wanted to a counter action. And I guess their way of doing that was the crouch walk. That's fine. I'll be interested to see and hearing what Orange's thoughts were when I watched that video, and obviously other but yeah, I really do like this so far. Just because it's a fun game. I mean, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a fun game. It's all right. But yeah. But yeah, I'm just really excited to keep going here. But yeah, that's just interesting. But School March has two different types of drones. I think before it was technically one. Five deployable stealth drones, as previously mentioned. Yeah, one drone buddy, name pending, that hovers directly over her shoulder. This is not a separate AI controlled entity. So the drone over your shoulder is just always with you, I guess. Cool. I wonder what it'll do. I'm really curious about that. Stealth drones function as previously stated, but drone propulsion only injures, not downs, survivors. I don't remember what that was. Is that the thing where you would like ram people with the drone? That was fun. Any survivor hit by drone propulsion is tagged and tracked with a claw trap. Interesting. Claw traps can be removed by survivors following a held interaction. Fair enough. Skull Merchant gains an activatable ability that fires an EMP dart from her drone buddy. Interesting. So the whole point of the drone buddy is EMP darts. This ranged attack has a small AoE and down survivors tracked with a claw trap. The MP dart does not hurt survivors if they are not tracked with a claw dart. Interesting. Sound interesting? Let's break this down by looking at it in the context of an example chased from the perspective of Skull Merchant. Deploy and so we got her radar. You hold it for some time. Eyeball. Person running. You still see the eyeball. Person crouch walking. They're fine, I guess. Person standing. Or are they walking? It's hard to tell. Your first order of business is to make use of the tools in your arsenal to figure out where survivors are. You begin by deploying a stealth drone and piloting it to a high traffic loop where you leave it passively scanning. Switching focus back to Skull Merchant, you head towards another loop, activating your global detection power in hopes of catching a survivor heading to their first gen. Okay, so you deploy a stealth drone, you pilot it to a high loop area, and then you just leave it there scanning, and then you go back to her, and you head towards a different loop to activate the global detection power in terms of catching people heading to a gen. Interesting. Both the global detection power and your passive stealth drone detect separate survivors, notifying you of their whereabouts on their radar. You're now perfectly situated for a chase. Interesting idea of having her like scan people and whatnot. Interesting. Definitely not a bad concept for a killer with drones for sure. But I'm definitely excited to see the rest of it. Tag and track. Switching focus back to the idling stealth drone, you see the survivor who was detected running away. Making use of the stealth drone's increased movement speed, you give chase. Mid-chase, you see an opportunity to strike, launching your stealth drone forward with drone propulsion, and hitting the survivor not only does this injure them, but it attaches a claw trap to them. This inflicts the broken status effect and tracks the survivor on your radar. Oh my god, the picture. Whack. Now you got a claw trap. Beautiful. Well, drone propulsion can't be used to down a survivor. This opens them up to her other ability. Use EMP dart to down. At this point, Skull Machine could take matters into her own hands and hunt down the claw trap survivor by hand was an M1 attack. But where the fun is that? Hovering over her shoulder at all times is her prized buddy drone. I'm really curious what the buddy drone is going to look like compared to the normal drones. And not only that, but like I'm curious, like if her animation, her idol animation, will be like changed at all or not to like encompass it. I'm just curious like what they're gonna do here with all this. I'm really excited to see it all in game when they're ready, which hides a secret weapon. By charging up and releasing the activatable ability when in control of Skull Merchant, her buddy drone fires a short to mid-range EMP dart that hits with a small AoE. If a survives being tracked with a claw trap, the dart will activate this fearsome contraption downing them. Good hunting. Interesting idea for sure. Oh my god, the picture. So we got the guy, right, being tracked. Drone with a bow tie, with a bow on it for some reason. Shoots dart. Dart hits person. Dart sets off trap. Dude now bleeding out to death on the ground. Beautiful. A survivor perspective. All that's well and good, but if you're a survivor, how are you supposed to deal with these high-tech tools? Stealth drones passively scanning an area, either crouch walk to avoid crouch walk to avoid the scan lines, or hack at the send this drone back to Skull Merchant's personal stores. So we got drone scanning, claw trap, the movement, guy standing there because red light, Skull Merchant looking at him, and he's like crouching. Okay. Ooh, another picture immediately afterwards. Here, the global detection power notification. Save us above. Begin crouch walking or stop moving altogether to avoid having your location get away. Notice a stealth drone being piloted. Keep to tight loops and be ready to juke to prevent the stealth drone from attaching a claw trap to you. Or in my case, get trapped anyways because you're that bad. Oh my god, I love the picture. So we got the stealth drone. Here's the drone body shooting the dart into like a window. Guy looping stealth drone, I guess. Buddy drone ready to aim, and then like avoiding the window. Afflicted was a claw trap. And see Skull Merchant approaching. Be ready to juke an EMP dart. It has a short range time to use this time to put an obstruction between you both. Afflicted was a claw trap and feeling hidden. Hold the interact button to remove it. Okay, so here's a little fun visual of that. Great. I love his little face with like the little tongue. It's great. Beautiful. This is the best. This is one of the best ideas they've had, to have like the fun little hand-drawn little pictures with him. This is awesome. With that, we'd love to hear what you think of these changes. We'll be keeping a close eye on all our community channels and related and relaying any feedback back to the team. So don't hesitate to share your thoughts with us in the replies right here. While we won't be running a survey this time, we are taking notes on the feedback you shared from the last interaction to inform future surveys. Oh yeah, that's right. They did have a survey, which I did in that video too, I believe. But yeah, honestly, I really like the changes. I like how they improved upon the original idea of her was having the EMP dart. The EMP dart sounds like it's gonna bring a lot to her, because her kit overall sounds very similar to how it did in the last like preview, except this time, you know, there's the whole crouch walking thing, there's the crouching to avoid the dread scan lines. You can see the scan lines again, but the main change was that EMP dart. Sounds really intriguing. I like the idea of having that EMP dart, so that way if like you know you're in a chase with someone with like a claw trap, and you can perfectly time and aim the EMP dart, just go ahead and down them. I think that'll be an interesting idea for sure. There's a lot of interesting stuff here that I definitely like. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty positive with how this sounds, and I just can't wait to see how it will look in game when they're ready. But yeah, I'm really excited for all that. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, ring the bell, do all the algorithmic garbage. It helps us out a lot. It means a lot to us. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.